Capricorn, how you doing, guys? So I do apologise, but I've been recording so much over the past few days to catch up with the November readings. So your cards already come out. My iPod's gone all wrong. So something's gone all wrong, or correcting something. But this is your November reading, okay? But it is to do with the Mercury retrograde. So we're going to go over some reflecting energies that could be happening through your retrogradal period, okay? But that stems from October the 31st till November 20th, okay? So the cards that came out, first one was the 8 of coins. So profit margins is also what I'm picking up, where you're trying to perfect your art, perfect your life also. But perfecting your life would be to do with around perfecting your performance of how it is that you're chiseling yourself out to work more, to do with it's kind of like that feeling of perfection. It's like perfecting something. But I'm picking it up as marginal, like marginal. So you can, I'm picking up like winds sailing, or like sailing your own chart and correcting your course. But it's like the wind beneath my wings of where I am going to seek a message, or I'm going to receive a download of messages to do with work. This could be where you are obviously marging. I keep picking up but margins, profit margins, squeezing time together to merge, to escape one, to go towards another, but you're being directed in, guided and directed through. So you might be looking at directing your own company is what I'm picking up, like directing it. But I'm picking up where it's a lot to do with, obviously, I just keep picking up merging a business together, or trying to like promote yourself, promotion, like a promotion at work, and seeing how you can squeeze time together of family units. But I'm picking it up just as work at the moment, Capricorn. I really am. It's like 9 till 5, and you've got 9 again here, 9. So you've got 11, because you go from 8 to 2 to 8 to 3 to 9, which is 11 here, which is like decisions of what to do with finances and money, but also dividing your assets. But I keep picking up merging together a business. 20. So again, that goes back down to the same number. So a lot of you, this would be how to run a business your way. You know, I think it's dividing assets. If you've got a couple of jobs or something, I keep picking up like an inheritance also, investing into health, but investing into where you want to run your own business your own way, because this is someone that's single, right? Single, but they're studying something, very paying close attention to what it is that they're going to do next. But this could be an external environmental thing where someone's paying close attention to you at work, of your performance, but you're outshining someone, because this is shiny. Shiny. This person really does make me laugh in this card. It's like the shining. So it feels like you're being watched at work, but you're being watched in the aspect where you're doing well. So there might be a promotion at the job that you're in, or you're looking at promoting people. I don't know why, but I keep picking up event, like events. Something to do with events. That you're setting them up as events, but you're setting something off. Drawing attention to yourself at work, but in a positive manner, you know, where you've started something up again. Because it feels like this motor here, there's a motorbike, that because the Knight of Wands doesn't stay long, so that's what makes me feel like it's not a person, it's someone that's to stay. So you might be inviting a friend over to stay, or a roommate, or making room, a marginal room for families to expand your housing quarters, as well as what I'm hearing, like where you have enough money now, or if you didn't have enough money, there's a possible chance for there to be more money, because this would be a friend, or it would be a roommate, or it would be a child that's going to move back in, but one might move out. Do you know what I mean? Move out. So you have now, you could probably be where you're going to have someone come and visit and stay for a while. Because time is slowing down. It's kind of like someone works 9 till 5, pushing out things and trying to squeeze their time in between their family, their friends, their work life, but marging on where it's going to pay off in a big way. Okay, so someone's going to point something out to you. Point something out. Wow, to do with health. Definitely to do with health. So someone's going to make a specific point to do with marginal documentation of a certificate of also marriage, but a certificate of promotion. But this might be where you are taking on more responsibility now, where you're going to be ruling the roost, where you have the final say now, and what you want to do is your way, and you're probably looking into earning your own business, where this could be a plaque above the door. Now, some of you could be looking into surgery, or perfecting something, because someone's going under. Someone's going under. So if your job's going under, you might get someone that tells you that someone's got to go because they're going under. This dog's here is going under anaesthetic. But some of you, it might be an actual procedure that someone, because this is precision, because this person's cutting someone, right? They're going to cut somebody. It's like, well, someone's got to go. Someone's got to go. So if you're being promoted, you might be saying to people, well, you're outshining them and they've got to go, but it might be you that's been promoted where they're saying, okay, you've got more responsibility now and you've got to say which one goes and which one doesn't, okay? Because there is a procedure here that someone's taking, but the news seems to be quite profitable because you go to the Three of Cups, where you're going to celebrate some kind of news. Now, if that is marginal and it is to do with health, then some people are going to pinpoint that something might not have been as bad as what you thought, because you're going to celebrate it in the end with the Three of Cups, where the news is going to be spread. Okay, now if that's spread and something is spreading, then that's probably news to do with someone's back, or it might be bad back, but it might be that they're back and now you're going to spread the news, because this would be publicly about news where you've got good news. Okay, now if this is marginal to do with health, then it could well be good news, because they might pinpoint something out to you that it wasn't quite what you thought that it was, and it weren't as bad as what you were. But someone is like, I'm picking up also pregnancy, where this is a scan for someone, and it's a scan or a scam. I don't know why I'm picking up on scam, but we'll see through the decks, because this person can be very cutting. So they're cutting the mustard at work between scammers and people that are here to stay and people that are not. Okay, so if there was a scam or a scandal, also is what I heard, thank you, sweetheart, a scandal, if there was a squandering, or wandering, Steve, like, but a scandal is what I'm picking up. Like, if there was because there's a scalpel, there is a scalpel, so if there was a scandal to do with work, or a scandal of people in your external environment that don't believe in what you're being, then it's just like cutting them out, do you know? So that might be your partner that might be going through something with their family, because the Queen of Swords is to do with external environmental people of soul groups, so their mother or their father or the court system. But that might be something that they're going through because they really want to be with you, because they see that you work real hard and that you're a person of higher stature, of the Nine of Pentacles, because they see you as a healthy person and a healthy choice and option. So you might be looking into also healthy choices and options to do with food as well. But I'm hearing promoting, being promoted, or promoting yourself to do with something that you've got an idea on now, where you understand a lot about people that are here to stay and people that are not. So these can be clients that come and go. So if you're looking at clientele, they might be like because there's like visitation rights of hospital rights as well, because I'm picking this up as like here, right, visitational rights, and then this is visitational rights of people that tell you who should stay and who shouldn't, and who could go and who couldn't go. So that can be children. So you might be going through all of the above. Now there might be a child in your environment what you look after and that you love and everything else, but they might be slightly out of control at the moment. So that would be a very young child, okay? But things might be going out of control where you're like, oh my God, it's now drawing in a lot of money and a lot of finances and a lot of attention. And now I don't know whether I'm coming or going, but I'm definitely going for it. But I feel like this is either a decision of theirs or yours. So I'm kind of picking up like a Libra feeling as well. Like this decision is either theirs. If it's not and you are being promoted, then this is going to be you that is going to have to decide on other people that are going to have to stay or go, okay? And that might be the job that you have, or the job that you're looking for, or that you might get promoted for. If not, this is an external environmental person that's going to be making the decision, but at the moment it looks in good standing because you've got the Three of Cups where you will tell your family about it and where you will go out in order to celebrate. And these are people over a discussion. So this is more like a meeting of minds and a meeting of a discussion, that the discussion might be where you're now just called into this job and you're now being called up in order to promote yourself, and that you're going to go for it. And then you would be in a meeting, but you might be having meetings at work. I keep picking up work because it's all money. It's all like involvements of inheritances and businesses and things like that, and where to go next and what to do next for your next venture. How can I relate this to a relationship if you're in one? Well, this is trying to squeeze in and merge in time to work around it for your partner. But 3 is the master number of master teaching, but you haven't hit a 4 yet, where you start to use the energy more in your grasp of learning what the magician would do. So elemental. So elemental would mean that you're still a pupil or still a student in certain manners. So I'm picking that up as learning a new skill, being very skillful, but precision of what it is that you're doing or saying, so that you don't scratch the size of something, okay? Sizing something up, sizing someone up. Someone's being sized up, right? Someone's going to make a specific point about, listen, I'm pointing my, don't you point your finger at me. Sorry. But that's the kind of feeling as well. It's like making a specific point so you don't scratch the sides. So it's also saving and building and making sure that your money goes into the bank equally and evenly and spread across. Sometimes it seems it's going into a weather forecast. I've been doing that just lately, but forecasting something. If there was a shadow, there's not much of a shadow period left anymore. It's moving into good standing, where you could be moving in and merging, where you're going to transport your stuff. So this is like buying and selling and using the manners of transport or transportation or whatever across the airwaves or whatever, or actually transporting something. I keep picking up transport manager or transmuting, transporting stuff, moving it backwards and forwards to either a house. If this is a friend or a new relationship, then it's kind of like going to work, meeting them, and then you move some of your stuff over to theirs, and they're kind of like, oh wow, you've got your t-shirt, your toothbrush, your right, your favourite magazines, they're all just turned up, you know. Sorry. So it's kind of like a little bit of in-betweener, where there's in-between of family and stuff that you've got going on, but there's also a merging of where you might be just slowly moving some of your stuff over to your partner's house and that kind of thing, and they are you too. But something's going under the microscope as well, so it might be some kind of health thing that you've got going on that you don't quite know about yet, but you're looking into it, deeply about looking into it. So this would be an analyst of someone that's analysing a situation to do with health, because they're putting things under the microscope, where you could be paying attention to, which I am, which is vitamin B12, iron deficiency, realising that I was actually getting drained for a lot of things. I actually thought it was spirit, right? But it's actually to do with my health and things that I'm eating and making sure that I have enough iron. 17 on the clock too. So making sure that you have enough iron. 2 17s is 8 and 8, so it means about 2. That came up in another reading. Spirit sometimes says through those that you might be a lazy person and that you need to put more work in, right? So it is to do with work. But also health. But I'm not picking up a lazy person. I'm just picking up like spirits. They don't know what laziness is. They only connect with a high vibration of what you want and desire. And if you want and desire it, but your body of what your experience is here and it's depleted in energy, spirits don't know that. They've got no idea. You know, they just work out of a very extremely high vibration. So they only connect with, like you do when you channel, is a high vibration when your channel is open. You know, so something to do with channeling as well. Channel, yeah, you might be wanting to run your own channel or channeling something, or you are channeling, and this is like ascension of channeling spirit, but also your own channel, you know. Trust me, that's hard work. So it is, but channeling something, but you might be looking into that because this is vitamins as well, vitamins and minerals, and looking and analysing something to do with vitamins and health also. You know, because I realised, just give me a moment, Capricorn, I'm going to blurt some stuff out to you guys, but I realised I've got a small mark, distant mark on my head, and that is a lot to do with where the body breaks stuff down, and then everything comes out through the skin naturally. But if you don't have proper supplements or eat proper foods, okay, it doesn't break that certain element down in your body, and then, well, this is just what I'm kind of like gathered through my own thought, is that when it goes through the skin, it clogs up and it actually doesn't release it like it's supposed to because it didn't break it down. So certain elements don't get broke down, and then they go towards the skin and it gets clogged up and it makes a mark on your skin, and you can have marks all over. And that's where you'd have iron deficiency or calcium deficiency if you have white stuff on your fingernails. Generally, I'm pretty good, but I have got like some of that. So I think it's to do with, you might be looking into that kind of thing, you know. But let's see. Just read it, please. Thank you. Wow. So, wow, you guys are going to get paid up in this business. King of Coins. I always thought this was 10. Children of the Corn. Children of the Corn. Looking into corn also. Corn is quite good. But you might be Cornish. All right there, Paddy. How you getting on there, mush? But, but it's a deal. It's a steal. It's a turn of the century. It is judgment. Judgment is called upon of past, of where it is going to return to you for make a decision of what it is that you want to do about the past person if they return to you. Okay. But this is also standing at the gates of a decision of also being clairvoyant, esoteric, where you start to channel. So that what you do is you clean up your act. You know, you clean up your act. You're also looking at cleaning up your act if it is to do with health, drinking. I don't think it is drinking, but or I don't think they are drinking. I just heard. I don't think they're drinking anymore. But standing at the gates of a decision of precision, of precise thoughts and accuracy of your soul group families. This is part of judgment, right? This is your soul group families where energy changes. Time works for you. You don't work for time when you're in alignment with what you do. Okay, so then the energy changes, and some people don't change, but what you notice is the environment changes. 18 on the clock. Okay, so you've got 9 and 9. But completion. So what you realise is that some people, they are sticklers for sticking with the same routine. Okay, back to the old routine. So what we do is we realise that life changes. It does, because environments change, phones change, you know, people change. Things move, and then we realise that we have to change with the times, right? Change with the times. So time is out there and it's going to change all the time, and then you change with it, so you work linear with time. You know, there's loads of it, but we change. We're here for an experience. You're oh, I don't want to get into that. But the key to success is there because you've got the King of Pentacles. So it's building and creating money again, and a business again that seems to be profitable. There are definite profitable margins that are being analysed of giving and receiving of what to invest in certain areas of work. What effort shall I invest in, and who and when and shall or shan't. But you are seen as someone that is heading towards destiny and also heading towards a brighter future, because the door is now open for you to confess out your sins. So this is where we purge and we release everything in our life that is toxic. It doesn't have to be drinking, but we stand at the gates of a choice, of a decision of, do we want to head out towards purity, or do we want to have a glance back at the past. So there's a glance in energy, glance. Just a small one though is what I'm thinking. It's a reflective energy of a glancing back at the past, reflection of memory of where have you come from, you know, how much work you've done and effort in this reading is generally really good, Capricorn. You know, judgment always comes as a time to pass. But things are always buried in the sand, but everything comes as a call to pass of action, of for or against, of what you want to do about your lives. So the decision is yours, but the decision that comes down to, do you want to take this opportunity or do you not? Now, that doesn't have to be a person. That can mean where the door is now clear, your path is clear, your mind is clear on approach that you want to do with a job to build a great future. Now, if your person that you have met or will meet is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in their chart, well, anybody, but you're heading in that direction because it brings in something that's profitable, you know, profitable, which is good because you're learning to merge and work well with people. That's generally what we do anyway, you know. Trust me, in lessons in life, you never get them until you truly get them. And the majority of the time, you don't realise it's you when it is. And I've always stated that in films that I've made, to do with that it is always about you. That's why I made the film You and other stuff. But even then, even when I promoted myself with that, I didn't realise a lot of my family dynamic was to do with me. But that was to do with the loss of my brother and my father and things that were going on around family. That doesn't matter. The point is that to dissolve certain businesses and to dissolve certain things in life, you have to realise that why you're not accepting of it. And all of the time, it always comes down to you, all of the time. Because we reflect energy of things that we've suppressed in subconscious memory that we don't realise until we realise it. Until it comes up for reflection. All that with me happened over retrograde when Saturn went direct into Capricorn. Sudden fucking rude awakening that made me realise, you know what, majority of this is actually me. I didn't realise how lucky I was and what I had was golden. Because what you have is golden eyes, drifting like sun. Yeah. It's golden, bruv, it's golden. Whatever it is, it's golden eyes. Golden eyes, has 1,000 eyes, has 1,000 eyes. 1,000 lives, 1,000 eyes. 1,000 island dressing. You might be looking into dresses or 1,000 island dressing. But dressing. Someone's going to dress to impress. Someone's going to dress you up to impress, or you're going to dress to impress. But you're impressing someone at work and within love. Cappy? It's really good, guys. So what we're going to do is, thank you so much for joining, Capricorn. We're going to take a deeper look, draw some more cards of these. And then we're going to clarify them to see a deeper look into what all these mean individually. Some of these will be around work, them or you or environment or people around you of influence or not. And what you're going to do about these two cards, because we really need to pay close attention to these. Okay? What this news is and what that's going to happen. But we draw more cards of these and then clarify everything. If you want to join us over on Patreon, thank you so much. I hope that you do. Everything is over on Patreon. You just have access to the whole lot. You just have a choice between tier 1 or tier 2. If you just found me, thank you very much. If you like a personal reading, you can also reach out below. I'm also taking bookings now. Please make sure that you check out the recommended readers. The first two also are still there, which is Organic Gemini Tarot and Nadia Shah, which is an astrologer. And they are actually over on the discussion page. If you want to leave one, please make sure you leave a comment, and then I will pick one and then give them a shout out each week or month. Okay. What else, Capricorn? I think that's just about it. Sorry, there was something else and I probably forgot it. But thank you all so much for your time, and hopefully see you over on Patreon where we can go over some stuff. Please stick around also. Give us a share, a like, all that kind of stuff. Pay it forward if you go over to any other channels and say that I said hi. Give us a share, like, comment, all that. I really would appreciate it for your support. And I will hopefully catch you over on Patreon, guys. Thanks very much. All the links are below. Catch you soon. Peace.